This is Zooble, and this is Gangle. And we're drawing them both today in 6 different styles. Let's get to it. These are the 6 styles that we have today, and we are going to start off with the neon effect. If you're struggling with the neon effect, well, here is a nice helpful tip for you. Put a nice bold black outline across the entire thing before you add your black paint. A secondary tip, before you're doing anything with paint pens, make sure you allow for 5 minutes for the paint to really dry, and always go over all of your glow marks, so that way they have a nice, bold, smooth coverage and they don't look washed out, especially because your paint pens will pick up a lot of the black. Popping a sparing amount of highlight in, and we're going to call this section complete as we go on to the pixel effect. Now, before we get too far into this video, if you like this kind of content, you like seeing me transform your favorite characters in fun new ways, then please do me a favor, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 250,000 subscribers, and I'd really love it to see if we can get to that one by the end of May. Now, you might have noticed, I don't actually put a grid down whenever I do the pixel effect. I like to freehand it. I like to train my eye in seeing the shapes that I see, and by doing it freehand, it helps me develop that hand-eye coordination. With the blocky pixels out of the way, we're going to head on over to the wooden effect, and I absolutely loved the way this effect came out. It was just, to me, one of the most favorite sections whenever I've done a wood effect than I've ever done. And maybe just because, for some reason, considering the surreal, blocky nature of Gangle, it just fits. I don't know. I mean, it just fits. And I just called Zooble Gangle, and you guys are going to kill me in the comments for it, but I'm keeping this flub in because, well, I like to show that I don't really care, and it's funny to add these little effects in. One of the key tips that I can provide for the wooden effect is really take into consideration where your highlights and your shadows are, where the wood just digs into where you're going to draw the character. With the wood all chipped up, we're going to head on over to the graffiti effect. And basically, I didn't want to just do a simple cartoon, so I wound up redrawing Gangle, and then I basically gave it a simple, smooth graffiti style. I want this thing to look like it's been kind of sprayed in that traditional side graffiti art that we'd see on sides of buildings. And it's keeping it simple, it's keeping it silly and smooth, and just kind of fun overall. I didn't want to do a cartoon effect. This is how we're going to do the cartoon effect. And now we have the graffiti effect complete as we head on over to the surrealism side. Now, Zooble already is kind of a surrealistic character. Most of the characters in the Amazing Digital Circus are very surrealism influenced. So what I did do is ramp up the overall design, make the eyeball look a little bit more realistic, make the feathers in the wing look a little bit more realistic, but keep the funky geometry shapes of the hands and in the shoulder pauldron, and just that way, it kind of blends the two, these odd geometric shapes with these semi-realistic, cartoony kind of wings. And I didn't really just change much because I didn't want to, but I did want to amp up the overall color, brightness, and shading and value. And I think that's how we're going to really bring out the more surrealistic side of the character. Another reason why I didn't do realism is because there is no real realism in the character. You could say, well, try and draw it like a face of a human, but we don't really have a personality attachment to it. When we think of Zooble, it's like, I don't really think of Zooble in any specific ethnicity or race or anything else. She's just so unique, so I don't really want to pigeonhole her into one specific way. Just popping in some teal highlights to add up that surrealism feel, and we're going to call this section complete as we head on over to the last one, which is the horror side. Now, for the horror side, I had to redraw everything because Gangle is just a bunch of ribbons, really. I mean, I don't really know if they're ribbons specifically, but they feel like ribbons. So I changed it to a more skeletal feel, and then I moved the ribbons and made it into a beating, realistic heart. By adding all these unique elements together and giving a certain line weight to the overall piece, and color is going to be really essential here because we want to have really smooth but drippy highlights and textures. I want to make this really putrid and ghost-like, and I want you to feel sad because Gangle is a sad character. we have so much emotion attached to Gangle that when I thought of the horror, I thought this is like a perfect way. They always leave their heart on their chest. They're always so emotional and so sad. This is just kind of like the literal translation of that being made manifest. So maybe I'm taking it a little too transliterative, but I don't know. For something small and something so finite, it really does convey sad horror vibes, and I just love every second of it. And just like that, this Amazing Digital Circus drawing is complete. Let me know which side was your favorite. I absolutely loved this whole journey through this drawing, but let me know which one's your favorite, and I'll see you all in the next video.